Hi, this is Christian Chase with Chase Real Estate and ChaseForeclosure.com. Hey, what I would like to do is explain to our investors one of the most important things that you can do when you're renovating a property. And a lot of times you're going to find a home and the property has 1.5 baths or only one bath. And that doesn't mean that's a problem. There's a lot of subdivisions throughout the Chicagoland area that are maybe a 3 bedroom, 1 bath home, and that's just common in the area. But to give us a competitive edge, if we were to install a second bathroom, if there's enough space, or if there are other comps that are out there that have a second full bath inside the property, it's really, really easy to add an additional bathroom to a home. So it sounds like a complex project, but it really isn't. Even if you have like a concrete slab foundation or you have a crawl space and the access isn't that easy to get to, it really isn't that big of a deal. And I encourage our investors whenever you have the opportunity to add that second full bath. And you're going to notice whenever we go out and we are analyzing a property, we're looking at it and we're encouraging our investors and having the renovation teams draft scopes based on having 2 full bathrooms in the property. And the reason why this is so important, one, it gets us more traffic. So if the consumer or the realtor's online searching for properties, they can put in like certain criteria, like I want a 3 bedroom home with 2 baths or greater. And if you don't have that second full bath and they put in their criteria, a realtor or a consumer, like a realtor on the MLS, puts in 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, everything that has 1 bath would be eliminated from the search. Now, the realtor likely would go back if they weren't able to find anything in the price range for the buyer. They would narrow that search down or actually expand the search to being 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and greater. So they would be able to see all of the homes that are available. But a consumer especially, they're on that Zillow or Trulia, and they put in 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. They don't know how to use the MLS or do searching, or that it's eliminating a lot of properties potentially from their search. And so a simple way for us as investors to get into more searches is by adding a couple more things. And the big search items for realtors are going to be the bedrooms, going to be the bathrooms, garage, if it has one, yes or no, or basement, yes or no. And so, well, one of the things that's so easy for us now, adding a basement is going to be virtually impossible to do. Adding another bedroom, a lot of times we're able to do that if we have a home that adds the space to be able to do that. But the bathrooms take up such a small little area of the home. And when I'm talking about adding a bathroom, I'm not talking about adding a major ensuite with a tub and shower and a large vanity and a toilet. I'm talking about very, very small bathrooms with a stand-up shower, a small vanity, and a toilet. And they could be very compact area. But it really doesn't matter the size of it. It matters in the bathroom count on those searches. So what we'll do, a lot of times I'll find a home. It's going to be a single family home, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and the master bedroom is a little bit larger in size. It's a good sized bedroom, and maybe there's even 2 closets in the bedroom. And so a lot of times what we're able to do is take a little bit of that closet space and add a toilet, a shower, and a vanity in that area, albeit a very small vanity. I mean, maybe it's in some cases we use a pedestal sink. There's some cases on the first floor, like for a half bath, there's even these corner sinks that you can buy to buy up a little bit more space to be able to have a corner space vanity, a toilet, and then a shower. So we can get very, very creative with this, and it's actually very easy to do, and I would say it's rather inexpensive, and not only does it help in the count when they're doing the searching, but it increases the value to the consumer, And it also helps out with appraisal purposes. You now have 2 full bathrooms. And so, but the process of doing it, again, like I said, even if it's a concrete floor, you're like, oh man, this has got to be a complex thing. I mean, we're cutting up concrete floors all the time. That's not like something that we don't normally do. We do that a lot. If you want to add a bathroom down in the basement of a property, we're going through concrete floors every single time. Either there is a little bit more labor, there is a little bit more cost to doing it, but it's not huge. So I just want you to remember doing something like that. If you're at your property and you question it, or you go, hey, this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, I want to add a little bit more to the property. Maybe our renovation team had it as 1.5 baths. We didn't budget for that. You can always ask the question, what would the cost be to add a shower to this half bath that's there? And we do that a ton of times too. I mean, that is absolutely, I see a half bath, I'm like, we got all the plumbing right there. This is going to be rather easy to do it, just to add a shower. But there are cases where you're like, hey, do we have the space? Can we squeeze that in? And I would say 100% of the time, you will get every dollar you spend on adding a bathroom or adding a shower into a half bath, you're going to get every dollar back. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to become a profit center, but what it's going to help you do is show up in more searches. And in addition to the searches, it's going to give you the dollar return back that you've spent on that. And it's going to make you more competitive. So if another home comes on the market, you're going to be competing with them. It only has 1 bath, you have 2 full baths, or it only has 1.5 baths and you have 2 full baths. That gives you a competitive edge, meaning you will likely sell faster than that other property that would be on the market. So there could be a dollar value to it as well, where it raises up the value of the property because it now has 2 full baths. And maybe there's comparables now we can use that have 2 full baths. And that's another reason why. But my biggest thing is to get our properties in front of the most consumers possible. And we just know that they're on Zillow and Trulia, and the realtors are on the MLS. And when they're doing searches, it really is you fill in a box. How many bathrooms do you want to see? And if you put in 2+, everything else, disappears. It's just like it doesn't exist. So to kind of help out and push our property in front of other people, it's something that I recommend doing a majority of the time. A lot of times, like I said, our renovation teams have already budgeted that into the scope. But if you were in a property and you're like, oh, it's 1 bath or it's 1.5 bath, and the rehab team didn't scope that in there, what would the cost be? I really wouldn't be overly concerned about the cost of what it would be to do it. I would say do it because we can adjust, for the dollars that we spent to do that, but it gives us a real competitive edge. So as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. And as always, check out our website, chaseforeclosure.com. Thanks.